once was this French philosopher named Voltaire who said, "Perfection is the enemy of good." That's what this episode is about. Because to get real with you, we can't all be as good as Apple. We don't have as much resources, we don't have as much time, money or personnel, and we can't always perfect everything inside out. And especially when you're starting out and you want to start shipping your product, the worst thing that you could do is dive into the scope and start perfecting each feature. The truth is, we don't have to match up to Apple's perfection, because we don't have to set standards, because we're starting out with our product. And the most important thing when you start out with your product is having a good marketing fit. So focusing on what the customer wants, on the end user's focus and needs, that is the most important thing. I've been there too, building side projects and starting to develop on something and then thinking, maybe it's not perfect, I'll tweak here, I'll tweak there, I'll put some small details here, so the users will enjoy my product more. Nothing is more off than that mentality. If you want to ship products that helps people and they are usable, you have to focus on shipping them. Create a version that works, but doesn't have to be perfect, put it out there and let people try it out. You will get faster feedback if you have a product that is raw but usable, and use that feedback to create a better version. There is a difference between better and perfection, because better increases value to users, as where perfection might give them a more enjoyable experience but doesn't really add real value. Nowadays, the digital products that we are building can be really easily updated. That means that when you're shipping something, it doesn't have to be perfect on the first hit. You can put out a first version of your product, make sure that it works, try it out, let people try it out, and expect to get a lot of feedback. Cherish that feedback and use it to build another version, an update or an expansion that will create a product that is even better for your customers. If you're trying to build something, always keep in mind the Pareto principle, the 80-20% rule if you will. If you keep the Pareto principle in mind, you will build 80% of the stuff in 20% of the effort. That is the way to go when you want to ship products fast. How do you do that? Start with smaller scopes, build something, and don't be scared to release something that isn't perfect. Perfection will only give you a reason to put out the real production release, and it is only a reason to fuel your procrastination. So get out there, get your product to the market as fast as you can, and check their reactions. If you don't want to put it out in production, use a beta test, a closed beta test or something like that, that will allow you to have a close group of people that can test your product, people who are eager to use it, people who will give you honest feedback. Why perfection is not good for you and your shipping qualities? It fuels procrastination. It lets you focus on small details that don't really matter for users that just want to have the raw functionality. And it is an excuse for most developers because they are scared to put their product out there to be validated by real users. I love developing beautiful stuff too, but once you get in the middle of building all those small details, you will end up in a never-ending loop and you will never get your product out there. That is not to say that perfection is never good. If you decide for yourself that you are working on a side project, a project or whatever, and the focus is not on shipping it and making money or releasing it or letting others use it, you can try and start perfecting your product to learn from the perfection experience. That is a separate goal, and you have to keep in mind that if you want to release something on a short notice to give users what they want, you have to release. If you want to learn about experience or perfecting stuff or create a better implementation, go ahead, be my guest and start perfecting. Another time when perfection is good is when you already shipped your product and you have established a good product marketing fit. A good marketing fit can be recognized by recurring revenue that you get from your product. So there you have it. Don't try to perfect. Put your products out there to test for other people and use that feedback to create a better version. Don't try to hide behind perfection and build something and try to perfect it because you don't want to get user feedback. User feedback is your weapon. Use it as a tool and you will get a better version out there that is more suitable for your end users. Take care.